I'm Kaplan America. Welcome to this month's auction at Kaplan Cycles. Buy a raffle ticket today for $10. Subscribe to the channel or I'll tase you. If you want to see your bike in the next Kaplan Cycles auction, give us a call. We'll buy your whole collection or one bike anywhere in the United States. Subscribe today or else. What's happening, fellas? Check it out. We're starting off this month's auction with what may be the finest, definitely the last brand new Montesa Cappra VA 125 in the United States of America. This is an extremely limited edition bike. They only made 800 of these originally, and very few were imported to the United States, and this is the only known one that's not been ridden. This was from a private collector. It was stored indoors in a radiant flooring, no windows, heated, air-conditioned. You couldn't ask for a better spot this was in. It was insulated, concrete floors, and no moisture. So this thing has basically been in a time capsule. It's a time machine right back to 1970s. This is a Cappra 125 VA. It is 100% original. To our knowledge, there's never been fuel in the gas tank. We did send it through the service department and have them change the gear oil and hook up a auxiliary tank to the carburetor, start it up, and make sure the crank seals were still good. Everything checked out perfect. We actually are going to run it for you here in a second so you can hear it run. They adjusted the points, gave it a once-over 100-point inspection. This thing is absolutely perfection. There are no other new ones left in the United States, to my knowledge. This is the last one. If you have any questions about it, give us a call, 860-454-7024. Again, 800 of these were produced. And the 70s were an incredible decade of growth for Montesa, where it ended in the 80s. Actually, Honda actually purchased, and to this day has a partnership with Montesa. So it's a 125cc, two-stroke, 4-speed. It's single down tube, splits into a double cradle, 21-inch front, 18-inch rear. Just an absolutely gorgeous piece. It has the original Acront rims. These are the original Pirelli tires. You can see they have no wear on them. Since it was in a climate-controlled facility, there's no issues with dry rot. It's absolutely stunning. It has the original Montesa wheels, Acront hubs, Acront wheels. The Montesa fork boots are original. Even the handlebar grips, check these out, Kenny, has a Montesa logo on there.
I'd like to correct you. If you look very closely, there's a little bit of checking on the tires, but not like if this was left outside, the tires would be.
Yeah, no, I don't have my glasses on, so I have my sunglasses on. If there isn't any checking, I can't see it from here. Take a look at the gas tank. This has the original Montesa gas cap on it, and it is absolutely in beautiful showroom condition. Inside, there's a fiberglass tank. It looks brand new. It has the original maiden.
Actually, there's a fucking tag on the inside of the gas tank.
Yeah.
Like there's a tag with numbers on it.
Yeah, there's more proof there's never had fuel in it. Made in Spain logo right here. The paint job is absolutely gorgeous. The original Montesa logo, made in Spain, is beautiful. The seat covers in brand new condition. The Telesco shocks are in brand new condition. The rear Acront hub and Pirelli rear tire look to be in brand new condition. Billy, you know a thing or two about these Montesas. Well, I'd like your input on this.
One thing I wanted to add in, that the Spanish government mandates that all parts that go on Montesa motorcycles, any motorcycle that's made in Spain, has to be made there. So these are Pirelli tires made under license in Spain by the Spanish people, and it's marked on the tire, Pirelli made in Spain. I don't know if you can see it here anywhere, but that's one way of telling. These are the original tires. You could not buy these tires in America.
So what with 800 of these made, what are the likelihood that there's another new one to exist in the United States? The estimates are less than 100 were imported here.
I would say that it's extremely unlikely that a bike of this type would be left in this condition ever. It would have been ridden, because these bikes are wonderful motorcycles. A great schoolboy bike, a good learner bike for motocross riders.
That's a good segue into the next thing I wanted to bring up. Montesa started their own Montesa. I actually found this on the internet here. They called it the Montesa 125cc Trophy, a spec series specifically designed for the small displacement Cappra. It was so popular that they had to change the format of the competition, adding several heats to just handle the number of young riders that wanted to race this bike. So they're 40-rider heats, so we know hundreds of them were in that competition, which means they got destroyed the very first year that they were out there. Certainly in racing conditions, forget about the paint job, the fiberglass bodywork, the side panels, they would get trashed. It was a very popular class over there in Spain. Most of them over there were ridden or raced. Very few were put into private collections like this one was. We also happen to have the big brother, the Montesa Cappra VB 360, which Billy had the pleasure of riding. That one was previously ridden, had maybe half an hour ride time thereabouts on it. It looks to be brand new, but that one was ridden. So this one has never been ridden. To our knowledge, there's no evidence of it ever being ridden. The collector we purchased it from said it was never ridden, so we opted not to ride it. But we wanted to start it for a couple different reasons. We wanted to make sure the crank seals were good, also to lubricate all the bearings in it. When the bike is done being started for this video, we will fog the engine with engine fogging oil so it'll stay perfect. The seals and gaskets, it's a good thing to start a bike. You don't want to let it sit forever. So we did take the carburetor off and make sure it was cleaned and jetted perfect. We did check the points, like I mentioned earlier. The bike's been gone over by the Manic Mechanic and the Wizard, and it has been given a seal of approval. Junior, would you like to add anything about this classic?
Yeah, definitely. You know, you could race it if you'd like, but this is one that would be it would be extremely difficult to replicate, and they're only original once. When you look at the cost of restoration, it's sort of a no-brainer to buy one that's original and unrestored. But check the gallery. I have a lot of up-close photos in this one. It's a real deal, guys. It's freaking pristine.
That's about it, folks. Really, I'm going to drop the mic now because it's really not. This bike kind of speaks for itself. Kyle, you want to fire it up so they can hear it? Let the bike speak for itself, so to speak. Even on the steering head, the original, you never see this original type of graphics on here with their chrome. They're 40-something years old in chrome, and they look brand new. Same thing with the gas tank is impeccable. It's probably looks as good as the day it came out of the factory, and it's got a couple coats of wax on it. We use Carnauba paste wax here, which puts a nice finish coat on it. If you look at the engine cases, look at Kenny, can you zoom in on the M logo and the Montesa logo and the shifter just to show them the quality of the fit and finish of this bike is. This was their flagship 125cc class bike, and they wanted to make an impression on the young riders so they'd buy a 250 then a 360, right, Billy? You want to hold the tank for him?
That's right. Yeah, I got you.
Bing carburetor, original Bing carb. It's got a tickler on it, so has a really nice exhaust note. There you have it, folks. Looks like a brand new, sounds like a brand new bike. It is a brand new bike. Stored in a climate control facility with radiant heat flooring. Can you pull the clutch in and put it in gear? Put it in gear to prove the clutch is not stuck after sitting for 40 years. Put it back in neutral. Goes in the gear perfectly. Okay. Listen, I'd rather have a bike like this that's been started and run, and you know all the seals are good, and it has not been ridden. We put it in gear just to make sure the clutch isn't stuck. If you let a bike sit forever, the clutch will sometimes stick together. So it has not been, the clutch has never been let out, and the bike's never been ridden, but the clutch has been pulled in to make sure everything's functioning properly, and it does have fresh gear lube. It's got new premix in there with non-ethanol fuel, and the air filter's been serviced, so it's ready to go. If you have any questions, give us a call, 860-454-7024. The original Montesa fender on the rear is intact. It does show some patina. The original factory fender got extremely brittle and basically fell apart during shipping. This is the original fender. The original fender was replaced with a Preston Petty product front fender. That's the only item on the bike that's not original. And if you look at the rear fender, you can see this is the original. It was original. It has some patina on it because it's damn near close to 50 years old. Has the original kickstand on it. This is a metal kickstand. It's not been painted. That's just the original finish. So if you look closely, the Montesa logos on the swing arm protector and the engine cases the cylinder fins, the bing, everything's pristine the way it came out of the box. So good luck bidding on it. Hope it goes to a good home. If you want to leave it here on display in the museum, we'd be honored to have it. It's going up for sale in this month's auction. Thank you for watching. God bless America, and God bless Spain for making kick-ass motorcycles like this.